If you're new to options trading, you need to listen up because most traders are struggling with discipline. Discipline isn't something that you just feel motivated to do. Discipline is built through rules and habits that remove emotion from decision making. So today we're going to be breaking down how disciplined traders actually operate, right? And how you can build identity through structure and willpower. My name is Chrissy.
And I'm George.
Welcome to Married to the Markets. Right now, we're going to talk about what discipline really is, because this is most important because a lot of people are misunderstanding what discipline truly is.
They think it's motivation. They think it's, you have to be perfect at
Yeah.
things, and it really not. Discipline just comes down to like rules and habits that you have to create over time for yourself to be consistent.
It's not the motivation, like you said. It's not about being perfect. It's not about forcing yourself. Discipline is about having rules that guide you when your emotions show up. Emotion is a killer when it comes to trading. And this is something that we kind of want to knock in your head because we got to get the feelings out. And we got to just stand on structure, on rules, on certain habits, because that's what's going to make you even better in the longer term. So let's talk about why traders are relying on their feelings so much.
They just got to play what the chart gives them and not rely on how they feel. A lot of times people say, what, I feel like the market is going to go up. No, the market may not go up. But if you play what the chart gives you, then you have a higher chance of building that confidence, building that consistency, because you're trading based on what you know, not how you feel.
Exactly. Sometimes we can get in our own heads and tell ourselves, you know what, I feel the market should do this. And it goes a totally different direction and you miss the trade because you were too much up here. Up here is going to hurt you. So I might sound a little harsh sometimes, but I rather tell you as it is up front so you prepare yourself when you get into this market.
Yeah.
Get rid of your feelings, play what the chart gives you because that's where you're going to win. Rules, discipline, things of that nature. When my mentees come in, I always tell them, I don't care how you feel,
Yeah.
what you think. Play what is given to you.
You can't be biased, because if you're biased, you're gonna lose opportunities. Being biased, and there's days when I'm biased because I'm feeling like the market should go up. But once you see where the market is going, then you have to correct yourself and be like, all right, I'm being biased here. I'm seeing plays that are not going the way that it should go. But at the same time, I'm gonna take it because this is what the chart is giving.
So when you are becoming this trader, this is your identity, right? So you're connecting your identity to this realm that you're coming into. So it's very important that we do certain things. For example, right? We just had a huge win in our group. Recently, we just got a testimony from one of the people inside. Her name is Cam. Shout out to her. So this year, she set out to be more disciplined. Guys, we're still in the beginning of the year, okay?
Yeah.
And she has already announced that she's able to take over all the bills in her household and give her husband that break. You know what kind of feeling that is?
It wasn't even the middle of January yet. Just to hear that, it's like, man, that's life changing for people.
She always says that you guys change my mindset. You change how I approach things. Coming inside of Married to the Markets was a complete game changer because we do not play about discipline. We take 3 trades for the day and that's it.
Some less than that.
Sometimes, correct.
Sometimes
Depends on
less
what
than
it
that.
is.
Because 3 trades,
Max.
but if you take 1 trade and it's a great trade, why are we taking other trades? And for her, I saw her post inside the group, like, once she saw that trade and she was done, she was done. She's like,
Yeah.
just she go about our day. And those are the type of things that you build over time, where you build in discipline based on, I'm not over trading, but I'm disciplined enough to
Yeah.
take 1 trade and be good with that because I made my money on it.
Yeah, and you're just knowing that you're trusting your rules, right? And so that's what we're looking for. We're building disciplined traders because we know discipline outweighs everything else. To see her follow her rules, remove all of that noise and clutter, because sometimes you'll get into certain groups and everybody's like, oh, yeah, I did this, I did that. But to shut out all the noise and be okay with your profit,
So
that's what really matters.
I wrote down a couple of things. Rules remove debates, right? You're not thinking, oh, should this go where it's supposed? You're not internally debating yourself, thinking right or wrong, or should I do, should I not, right? Because you're going about your rules. Rules protect your capital. If you're in a trade, you know that you're using a certain amount of capital. You're not over trading because you have rules in place. Then you have rules protect your mindset. When you have rules in place, you won't say, all right, let me jump into something, because it protects how you think when it comes to entering a trade. And then, of course, it's going to build consistency over time. By following your rules, you're going to build that muscle each and every time to become a better trader.
Rules are not restrictions, they're protection. They're
Yeah.
there to protect you from making certain types of mistakes, like you said, over trading, not following your stop loss. That's what the rules are there for, right? Just like we have rules with our kids. Hey, don't do that. Why? Because we're trying to protect you from hurting yourself. That's
Yep.
what the rules are there for. What does trader rules actually look like?
I mean, that will be when, when you're allowed to trade, when you're not allowed to trade. Those are things that if you feel a certain way, right?
Mhm.
If you're sick, if you have an argument, you create rules within yourself to know that, all right, I'm going to trade today because I feel good. The setup is there. I'm not forcing any trades. I'm ready. My mindset is right. Versus you're going in a trade angry at your wife, angry at whoever it is, and then you go ahead, make a trade, and it's the wrong trade altogether.
And about your capital, how much are you trading with? I think that's very important because a lot of people are very inconsistent. One trade you want to put 10 grand, one trade you want to put 1,000, one trade you want to
Hmm.
put 500, you want to put 20 grand. Like be consistent across the board, right? Because you're not really going to get what you need to because you're fluctuating. I don't know if you guys ever read, what was that book that I said that I love so much?
Trading in the zone.
Correct. Trade with the same amount.
And then when to stop trading.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, do you know when you're going to stop trading? Is it a percentage? Is it a certain amount of money? Hey, I traded today and I made 10% on my trade, so I'm done. I traded today and my trade was profitable. It hit target, so I'm done. What does it look like for you each and every day that you're trading?
Also, the time of the day. You could say my best trades because you journal. My best trades are between 9:30 and 11 o'clock. After 11 o'clock, I am not trading. Maybe the volume dip, people going to lunch, things happen. So you have to know that's part of it when I am not going to trade. For us, you guys know we trade from 9:30 to
To 11.
11. That is our trading slot time. We don't
Yeah.
want to stay in the market at 12 and 1 o'clock. We got things to do.
You also get chopped up.
Correct.
So we just decide that we're not trading at a certain time and we're okay with that because there's rules that we created for ourselves.
Those rules actually step in before your emotions can take over. Mine step aside, right? That's what my friend always says. It's
Yeah.
what my rules say for me to do,
Yeah.
right? So your habits are really going to enforce your identity.
It gives you the ability to say, all right, you're going to prep the same,
Yeah.
right? You create routines in yourself. So you're prepping the same process. It's supposed to be boring. It's
Yeah.
not supposed to be exciting. You're excited because you're prepped for the day. So you
Yeah.
already know what you're going to be trading. So when I'm in the morning, the trades are all the same setups, but you're excited to make the money because it's like you're prepped for the day,
Correct.
right? Same prep, same execution, same journaling.
Yeah.
You should be journaling every day, looking over your trades, know what you did right, know what you did wrong, and then review each day your habits because those are going to build on your consistency each time and the process. You have to note that sometimes with the process that you're going through, not every day is going to be, a good day, but it have to come down to the risk factor. And every time you're in a trade, you're taking that same risk with which whatever trade you're doing.
You become more consistent by doing consistent things. Your morning should look the same. You have to have your morning routine set out, right?
Mhm.
My morning routines are the same. Like I get up, I work out, I get the kids, I sit down at a certain time to make sure, because 8:30 come, things might look a little different when news come out. Make sure I'm
Yeah.
set, right? Like there are certain things that I feel like I cannot go without. I gotta pray. I gotta listen to my worship music. Those are just certain things that go along with my morning prep that if I don't do, I feel like I'm already losing for the day.
Yeah, and that prep is important because even though you prep for the market the night before,
Yeah.
things change
Correct.
when news comes out right before market opens. You have to readjust, you have to pivot because the opportunity you might be looking at is now gone. So you have to pivot there, you have to look at different opportunities, but that prep before market open, mindset, your body, what you're taking in, those things are going to be important and it shows in your trading.
Your habits matter more than your wins, right? I believe trading is majority mindset. Wins come and go. Habits
Yeah.
stay. When
Yeah.
you develop who you're becoming, That is what's going to make you stronger each day. Habits compound daily. They say it takes 21 days to break a bad habit. Just be consistent. Set out to say, you know what, for the next 30 days, I'm going to do this religiously and see how much you've changed from there. Habits build trust in yourself because if you get up and show up for yourself every single day, you're already a winner in my book.
You said 21 days or 30 days. That's just a month. That's crazy just to hear that. And a lot of people won't do that.
Yeah.
Right? So how you gonna separate yourself in the season of you becoming a trader or a profitable trader? These are things that you're gonna have to do.
And I just love, like, I'm seeing more and more testimonies come, like Space, right? He already said my portfolio was up. What was his percent?
30%.
30%. 15 days
Yeah.
into the new year, and he's already up 30%.
On his
Why?
portfolio.
Because we're teaching people to be disciplined.
Yeah.
Right? We're teaching you to take your profit. Don't be greedy because sometimes you will hold on to a trade and that bad boy will come on you with a wish you would have got out where the target was. Right? Just being honest.
You
But I
pray
love,
you're praying for break even moment.
I already told y'all should not be praying within the trade. You pray before your trade. But to see him say, you know what, I'm going to set out to be this type of trader, to show up, coming onto the calls early. Instead of 1 minute before we start, you come on early so you can
Yeah.
hear the analysis, you can hear the prep, what we're doing, so you're ready to run. So I'm super proud of him as well as among everybody else. There's tons of testimonies. They're all in the Discord. If you guys are not in the Discord, go over to the Discord. You can check out the Profit Flex, the testimony tab, general chat. It's all over, right? Because people are showing up for themselves in a way that they didn't know they could. And now it's spilling over into their trading, all because of discipline. It's just the
So
habits that you build
so
day by day.
you gotta just start building discipline.
Yeah.
So building discipline, trusting your process, trusting the self, and those things like we talk about could be the same throughout the whole day.
I have a clear plan. For those of you that are now coming in, you're a beginner trader. I just want you to be consistent for the next 30 days. And we'll build on that. There's going to be much more episodes. But for right now, I want you to have the same pre-market checklist. Write it down, what you're supposed to do, right? Have that at your computer. So as soon as that time starts, you know exactly what you're looking for. The same trade entry. How are you getting into this trade? Why are you getting into this
That's
trade?
all about journaling.
So I want them to make sure you have that. This is just a checklist I want you to have so you can follow. Same post trade review, right? That's why we gave you guys the 100-day Married to the Markets journal. Go grab that. Be consistent over a long period of time. I want you to pick a time where you're going to journal every single day. Is it right after you're done because it's fresh in your mind, right? Or is it, okay, before you go to bed? Consistency. That's all I'm leaning from you guys. End of the day, shut down. What does that look like for you?
That's very important.
Are you going to bed at a certain time to make sure you're up and you're well rested? Are you saying no to people for this time frame? Be consistent for the next 30 days because honestly, all you got to do is lock in. Our mentorship that's changing people's lives is only 6 weeks. We have longer term ones, but it's only 6 weeks. Tell your family, tell your friends, everybody, no, for 6 weeks. And
Yeah.
you can literally change your life. We wanted to take a quick break and say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Did you know that 80% of the people that are watching this video are not subscribed? And you might be one of those people just as well. And if you are, do us a favor and click that subscribe button and join us on this journey. Watching this video, that means you might be interested in options trading. I'm not sure if this is for you, but I wanted to let you know that George and I have a 6-week mentorship called Married to the Market. We'll be teaching you everything about options trading and holding your hand throughout this process. If that sounds like something that you would be interested in, make sure you pause this video and check the description because we're going to be putting all the information that you need and to see if you qualified for this. So if this is something that you want, we would love to have you guys in the Married to the Market family. And let's go ahead and jump back into the video by showing up for yourself in a way that you never thought you could.
That shutdown not only goes along with when you go to bed, but the
Yeah.
shutdown and when you stop trading.
Oh, yeah,
Because
absolutely.
a lot of times people just overtrade. If you're
Sick of
trading,
computer.
yes, that could cost you to overtrade. That could cost you to go into
And we
something
know
else.
this because of experience.
Shutdown could not only, you know, when you go to bed, but shutdown could be, listen, after this time of the day, I'm not trading. For us, after 11 o'clock, because we know most of the times the market is choppy between lunchtime, we don't want to be in that chop. So we try to make sure that we're out of the market before 11, right? Now, is there times that we're in the market at that time? Yes, because, it didn't go our way yet. We have a little bit of chop before the move, and that's fine. But we want to make sure that you're not over trading and sitting by the computer all day.
For the new year, I want everybody to be measuring their discipline, not just your P&L, right? Because you can track your wins and whatnot, but if you measure your discipline, you're going to make far more in your P&L anyway,
Yeah,
because you're going to have better executions. You're tracking certain things. And that's why in the journal, we don't just put, okay, where did I get in? There's other little factors because we're traders just as well. So we know the importance of actually knowing what to write in a particular journal. So again, your executions, all of that,
the
every single thing
process, the
matters.
whole process, because you're separating the process from the outcome. So, in a sense, you want to know what you're doing. And the only thing you can do, or what you can make sure that you do, is have that checklist that we talk about. We want you to make sure that you're creating something that can keep you in line and always make you be on track to be successful or to get you the best result. Part of that is making sure that you have that checklist. Part of that is making sure that you're reviewing. Part of that is making sure that you have the rules so that when time comes, you're executing on those. And that's building the discipline muscle to where now you're being consistent.
For all my busy traders out there or want to be a trader, right? And you're working a current 9 to 5, we do have a blueprint for you guys. Make sure you go grab that, download that, and that's going to
Mhm.
help you as busy traders know what you need to be doing, right? So you can still work your 9 to 5, but you can still also trade. So there's some good tips in there. And when you download that, please check your emails because I'll be sending you some emails to follow along with that. You'll have this blueprint, which is detailed enough, but I want to give you some more information as you go throughout the days. So make sure you download the busy trader blueprint. When you have rules and habits, you are solid,
Mhm.
right? Your executions are better. You start getting transformational results like Cam and Chris Lynn and Daniel. There's so many different people out there that recently came inside of the mentorship and is already killing the game right now, right?
Yeah.
But you have less emotional reaction. That is the biggest thing for me, the emotion, not just taking something because you emotionally feel that
Yeah.
particular way.
You take fewer trades.
You're not forcing it.
Yeah, you take fewer trades. You're waiting now because you're more confident in
Yeah.
yourself. You're calmer with what you're doing. So
Yeah.
it's like you already be like, nope, it's not time.
No,
You're there
you
waiting.
trust yourself.
Yeah, for us, it's like we see the trade, but I will wait another dollar move to know that it does pure confirmation. For me, it's not getting into the trade early thinking, okay, it's gonna go my way, right? I wait for it, and that is what build the confidence. That is what I've seen that build consistency in my trading, to where it's not no guessing, it's not no gambling, it's just pure execution that allow me to be profitable.
Your confidence comes from knowing you've been following your rules. That's it. Because when you follow your rules, you get the results. So you build up your confidence, right? Day by day, week by week. And that's what I'm seeing. People grow their muscles because they've been confident. They've been showing up in the way they need to, and they've been doing everything else just as well. Guys, George and I had put a whole playlist together, the 90-day trader reset. It's a reset. It's a new year. And sometimes it's okay to go back to the basics and start over. It's okay to say, I don't know everything, and I'm
Mhm.
going to clear my mind and start over. So make sure you guys are staying tuned to the next episode that we're going to drop next Tuesday. And we're going to be going over build not only your trading list, but knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do. So I want you guys to comment rules over feeling. Comment right now, rules over feelings if you're committed to discipline through structure. That was another episode of Married to the Markets. Don't forget to share this with your friends, your family, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.